Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Taya and this is Papagaio, my junglecore island. Today is a very special day. I'm giving my little baby Alfonso the alligator a beautiful junglecore swamp for him to live in. I'm gonna speed build it so that we can talk about the update when we're doing the voiceover. I'm really excited to talk about that, but I think I'm just gonna build and chill out, relax, get some music on, and I hope you all enjoy today's speed build. So first, of course, we're going to start with the terraforming. I had to clip away a little bit at this area to give a little bit more room for Alfonso, and also, of course, this terraforming right here is in a very straight line as I was previously tearing away this land to build my volcano, which is now to the right of Alfonso's little area, and I wanted to kind of set him back in this little swampy area. It's not a very big swamp, but it's all he needs. Originally, I had planned to have 2 or 3 alligators on my island, but Alfonso is the only alligator that I really like and the only one that I have found so far that I took. So Alfonso is our sole jungle alligator for now, at least. So as I plan this out, let's talk a little bit about the update. I wanted to cover a couple of things. I wanted to talk about what my favorite things are from the update, and also who my favorite villager is from the update, and what my plans are. Because we're on Papagaio, we're just going to be talking about Papagaio plans. I'll probably make another video similar to this for Okanda, talking about what my plans are for that island, because it's much further along. So my favorite things from this update are definitely number 1, the ladders. I never knew that I needed that, but I'm so happy that it's in the game now, or it will be in the game now. And I wasn't as excited about the ladders, but then when I watched Froggy Crossing's video and she was talking about the ladders and she showed different customizations for the ladders, I was like, okay, stop. There is a ladder customization that is a vine. It's a vine ladder that you can place on a cliff. I'm like, why did I just make a treehouse? And now I need to redo my treehouse. No, I don't need to redo my treehouse, but I need to make like 5 more treehouses with vine freaking access ladders. I will lose my mind. But also the villagers won't be able to climb them most likely. Anyways, I'm super excited about ladders. The next thing that I am like incredibly excited about, I talked about this a little bit before the update actually launched, and that is gyroids. I think they're so adorable, and I think people who have never experienced other games, I've only played one other Animal Crossing game, and that was the first Animal Crossing game on GameCube, and gyroids were in that game, and they were kind of a big deal in the first game because there wasn't really a whole lot to do, personally from my experience, in the first game. And so gyroids were just like that one thing that you could always collect, and they were super fun to put into a room and just like make a chaotic amount of noise with. So I really enjoyed them then, and I'm excited to collect like all these different cuties. They look so adorable. So the next thing is, I'm so curious about Cap'n, and I'm excited to go to his mystery islands and to see like what they're all about. Like, will there be those vines? Like, what can we make with those vines? We're seeing people collecting the vines. What can we make with them? I'm so excited for that. I have no clue what to expect when we go to those mystery islands, but that is one thing that I'm excited about and I'm curious to play around with. So I'm really excited for Cap'n. And I think the last thing that I'm excited about is what a lot of people are excited about, but that's crops. And I've never really gotten into, I mean, this might be like nothing against farming games, but I find a lot of farming games are very, very fast paced. Like the days in them are really short. And so it feels like you have to kind of hustle to get whatever you need to get done, and then you move on to the next one. It just feels like a grind. But in Animal Crossing, because it's more of a like an everyday kind of play game, I'm excited to see how crops will go with that. And I cannot wait to have a reason to water plants again in this game, because when I was first starting out with this game, I loved watering my flowers and getting the hybrids, and I could never get the hybrids that I wanted, but it was just a fun thing to do every single day. And I did even have like a giant pumpkin farm at one point for the bells, and I just want to get back into that. The farming aspect seems like it'll just be really wholesome and really fun, and I can't wait to see like everybody's farms on their islands, and I have some plans for that wheat. I'm also really excited about the cooking because that has so many more items. Like that bread box looks insane, and I can't even imagine like how much upgrade there's gonna be to like bakeries and just restaurants and everything, which are like one of my default builds on every island when I don't know what to make. I make a restaurant. So I'm super excited about cooking just for all the extra items that we're gonna get with that. My favorite villager from this update is definitely, and I don't know how to quite pronounce it, but I think it's pronounced Ione. And she looks like a little angel. I cannot wait to have her on my next island because I think she'll suit in so perfectly. And she's like a little squirrel who has like this bright blue color. She looks super like celestial feeling almost, and I cannot wait to have her on my island because also the squirrel villagers are like some of my favorite villagers in the game. Back to the build for a second. I had a really hard time with this little stretch of water and I fuss over it for a while, so we're just gonna skip forward to me when I've actually got it figured out. And I've added a variety of both coconut trees and palm trees everywhere, and now I'm going in and adding a variety of bushes. But I am in August, I think. Yes, I am in August on Papagaio right now. So my shrubbery that is in bloom are the hibiscus, and I actually really like the hibiscus and how it looks on my island. I'm not sure what my final dream address time will be, but I like putting the bushes that are in bloom and a mix of bushes that aren't in bloom together, so I'm just going in and throwing them down kind of randomly, making enough room for my pockets so that I can go and get some flowers as well and start putting those in. But I do put in a little bit more furniture up on this cliff just to fill it in a little bit more. Some fun things. Alfonso's house is kind of like an orangey color with a green roof, and so I tried to play off the green and orange together, and I used exclusively orange and green flowers on the build, and then I try to highlight it with those hibiscus bushes as well, which turned out really cute. And just putting in some kind of partitions and this little garland is kind of funny because the only thing you see when the house is there is the little feathers, which is kind of cute. And I'm just adding more trees to even fill it out a little bit more. It's really funny designing right now, of course, because we have no idea the scope of the new items that are going to be added to this game. There are some items that were shown in the direct that I'm going to use, but a lot of them were ones that favored my Canada core island a lot more. I had a lot more ideas coming from seeing those ones, but of course there are vines, so I'm definitely gonna have to incorporate some vines onto my jungle core island, and I'm sure that there are many more items that we have not even seen that I'm really excited to use on this island as well. So that kind of brings me to my plans for Papagaio with regards to the new update. And honestly, I don't want to stop designing on my island just because I know new items are coming. I would rather have the joy of exploration, finding these new items, and then changing out the ones that are on my island, because I don't find that too difficult. And then it's like I already have a base of design and I can just have fun upgrading my existing island, which I'm really looking forward to. I think it's going to be so much fun. But let me know if you made it this far into the video. Let me know down below what your plans are for the new update. What are you doing with your island? Are you restarting? Are you just going to upgrade your island the way that I'm saying, just changing out certain items? Or are you going to hurry up and finish your existing island so that you can have a new one for when the update drops? I'm really curious because I think I am excited that my islands are not yet finished so that I can go back and fix them and make them like amazing with regards to the new update, but I'm not going to like pressure myself to finish them beforehand or anything like that. So I added this swamp path. I'll put all the design codes down below, but this particular water pathway that I'm using here is made by Kinto, and she is Kinoto. Oh my gosh, I think it's Kinoto on YouTube, and she is so talented. If you do not follow her already, you totally should be, because her islands are like next level. Her Japanese town island was like blowing my mind every single day when she was posting videos. I was like, wow. And then now she's making a swampcore island that I think she's almost finished with. So I just cannot wait to see what she's going to do next. But that water pathway that is absolutely beautiful and works perfectly for my little swamp is definitely inspired. This whole area is definitely kind of inspired by her, but I am much more lighthearted with my swamp, so it doesn't look as hardcore as her swamp for sure. Hers like actually looks like a badass, really dangerous swamp. So right over here, I wanted to give Alfonso a little picnic spot, a little outdoor seating that he can like have his bug friends over for a little snack. So I'm just loading up this table with a bunch of fun snacks for him and his little guests. And I went with a variety of baked things and fruit and that kind of stuff. I think it looks so cute. And then I put in a little stool here, and then I started in with the bug friends. And I gave him a ton of bugs on this area, which I think suits him absolutely perfectly. So after all of these bugs and all these snacks, it's finally time to have the final reveal for this area. And I time traveled forward a few days so that all the trees are completely grown in for this reveal. And I did some final finishing touches once I time traveled, but it's pretty much ready to go. And I cannot wait for you to see Alfonso's beautiful, chaotic swamp. All right, everybody, the build is done and Alfonso is actually leading us to his house, which is adorable. Look at him go. I love it so much. It feels so messy and like cozy. There's so many bug models in this area for our little boy, Alfonso. And I just think overall, it just really suits him. He loves freaking bugs, but he also really loves snacks. So I gave him like a full table of just the best snacks ever. Look at him. I got some chairs right over here for you, Alfonso baby. I hope you enjoyed today's video, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye, everybody.